What up, though, y'all? How y'all living? Welcome to Juan-O's world. You know it. And man, Tupac is a real big story, a real big person to talk about, a humongous figure. Pretty much, he's in the top running to be the next Jesus. Yep. He's in the running to be the next Jesus. But with that being said, it has become a high value thing for people to speak on Tupac, for people to tell you unreleased things or unheard stories. Tupac did this, Tupac did that, Tupac said this, Tupac said that. Now, this is a young man that was a part of the Outlaws, so his credibility would by default be high. But he goes on to do an interview on his own show expressing the sentiments of Tupac before he passed. Now, some of these things I had never heard before, and I'm almost certain there have been interviews given with contrary beliefs. But we're not here to contradict today. What we are here to do is take in what was said and listen and just let's just see. You know what I'm saying? Let's just check it out. Y'all tell me what y'all.
What you want to do? You want to do movies? Nothing. That's nothing. You want to do TV shows? You want to do records? What do you want to do, son? I got you. All you got to do is leave that thug shit alone. And when I say leave that thug shit alone, I mean the actual thugging. You know what I'm saying? Continue to be you musically, but we gotta clean it up, and we gotta stay clean if we're gonna get to the bag. If we're gonna do these projects that you want to do, yeah, something has to change upstairs. And Pac was all for it. He was all for it. You know, as young men, when you grow up without a father, if you don't have, it's just natural for you to seek a father figure in some kind of way. Somebody has to be that role of the patriarch in your life. Fortunately for me, I had some good examples that I could look up to growing up without a father. Not all of us are always that lucky, and sometimes we look for that father figure in the wrong people. So
Now he's speaking on Pac. He's speaking on Pac, and that's not to say that he's right or wrong, but he is kind of swim moving around some, which obviously was going from Suge Knight filling that position as being the older male around to follow or bounce things off of, because that's really what it's about, having someone who's dependable to bounce things off of, so you can see where you coming from in your own right, transferring that over into Quincy Jones. So I get the point that's being made there.
having have said that, I believe QD3 would have Quincy Jones Sr. would have absolutely been a positive influence in Tupac's life. And they were talking about doing all kind of things. And I remember when Tupac came back and told us the news, how excited he was. And he had already started planning in his mind how he was going to do it and what he was going to do. And maybe I'll get into some of that, man. It'll be quite interesting, I'm sure, for a lot of you to hear some of his plans that he had planned for Quincy Jones and that eventual connection. I will say this though, it didn't involve Death Row. Not at all. It did not involve Death Row. Tupac absolutely stated that Suge would always be his homeboy. He would always have love for Suge. You know, Suge might even still play a role as far as in management, but Death Row as a label, nah, that was over.
And that's where it get funny at. Because I can't call anybody a fibber. I can't say anybody misrepresented. But what I can say is, out of all the people that's been interviewed over the past few years, the suspicions of Quincy Jones facilitating a power play for Tupac is something that's already been suggested. And everybody associated with Tupac, from my understanding, always said that there was no talk about him leaving death row. It get a little tricky, but whenever somebody throw a little lie out there or misspeaks or any of these type of things, it creates content for all of us, because you got to know this is just part one of this video. And Juan-O is going to go try and track down whatever he can just so I can have some understanding. Not to make Edie and Napoleon and none of them brothers look bad, because that ain't the mission. But understanding is, and on that note, we out of here.